known college student. But,
Oh well, when he finally decided to start listening to it, he knows. I told his classical music and folk music loving father that he knows a lot about rock music, and his dad was like, "My son." Yeah.
ready, boss.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Yay!
Yay.
We've had live music in this room every Friday night for 55 years. So my name is Jennifer. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. We love that you're here sharing in the wonderful tradition that is this room. We are one of the last remaining listening rooms, and because it is a listening room, we ask that you keep your conversations to a minimum, and by minimum, I mean not at all. That would be great. And if you could also please check your cell phones just to make sure that
I
your
turned mine
volume
off, too.
is turned off. Yeah. That happened once where I told everybody to turn it off and then my phone was the one that was ringing. So, but yes, if you could please check your cell phones, we would really, really appreciate that. We are so excited to welcome February Sky back to the Two-Way Street stage. Our friends Phil and Susan have been here many a time before, and we're so thrilled to have them again tonight. So let's give a big, warm Two-Way Street welcome to February Sky.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Two-Way
Thank you,
Street.
Jennifer. And thanks to Jennifer and Joel for keeping this wonderful venue going. It's amazing.
All right. Well,
Well, you may know that we're a very word-oriented band, and because of that, we're going to start with a tune. It was one that we learned from Heidi Muller and her significant other and musical partner, Bob. And I said, oh, that's a wonderful tune. We've got to learn it. And after a good deal of messing around, we finally did.
yeah, we taught it to the rest of the Bittersweet Christmas Band, and then figured, well, we could still play it ourselves too, you know. Thank you.
Can you tell us what that instrument is? Oh, yes. This is
My
this
battery
is
dead?
a form of the Appalachian dulcimer known as the courting dulcimer. It was an early form of birth control.
Okay.
A young courting couple could sit in a the parlor knee to knee and play together. And as long as Mom and Dad could hear music coming out of the parlor, they didn't have to check up on them too closely. Music stopped, they'd be in there. What are you guys up to? And there are ways to play it with one hand each. But even with that, there's a limit to how much trouble you can get into.
And the guitar is now plugged in, so. Anyway, we're going to sing a song from the northeast of England. If you ever saw the movie The Full Monty way back, this is that part of Britain where there used to be a big steel industry, and it suddenly moved somewhere else and basically became economically depressed, and the guys became go-go dancers. This song has nothing to do with go-go dancing or anything other than the fact that the dire economic circumstances caused it to be written by a songwriter named Jez Lowe. We don't have economic problems like that here. And the chorus is,
Not right now.
you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. And as Susan's been prone to point out, we've not only made old bones, which has to do with using common sense, because if you don't use common sense, you die early and don't leave old bones. We've had some of ours replaced. 30-year warranty on parts and labor.
Yeah, mine are still good.
I'm turning into a Star Wars warrior, just a couple of joints at a time. So got a hip put in a few years back and a knee put in a couple of years ago, and putting off getting another one.
Be the $1 million man pretty soon. Or would that be $1 billion man?
Oh, with inflation, yeah, I'd be the $1 billion man. But I don't have the Steve Austin good looks. So anyway, it do be hard being a fashion plate, but I've had to deal with that. It's been my cross to bear for many years.
Yeah, I keep buying them cool stuff to wear.
Yeah, like this shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, now. Let's start together. When I was young, my father said to me, never take advice if it comes for free. You can have all the riches of the golden kind, but without the riches of your peace of mind, you won't make old bones. You won't make old bones. You won't make old bones, you'll see. Now the old men sit and curse, time slip and stand, time slip and stand. I sit and curse the time that's on my hands. The north wind blows like the song of the sea, the song it carries words to me. It says, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. Now there's some folk make remark on my furrows and frowns, my furrows and frowns. They say the only way is to get up when they turn you down. And everyone gives the same advice. They say, go sign on for a soldier's life. Or you won't make old bones. You won't make old bones. You won't make old bones, you'll see. So I went to the army like everyone told me to do. They told me to do. They said we'd like to make a soldier out of you. But before I put my name on the line, my father's words came to me in time. He said, you won't make old bones. You won't make old bones. You won't make old bones, you'll see. said your guns and your drums, they're not for the likes of me, the likes of me. Though my future may seem bleaker than bleak can be. You talk of many, oh, and much to few, when all I ever wanted was a job to do. They said, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. Now you people in power and position, I tell you beware, I tell you beware of your facts and your figures that tell you what, when, and where. 'Cause your facts and your figures are the likes of me, and don't try and tell me how my life should be. You won't make old bones, 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 you'll see. Thank you. The way February Sky works is I do these traditional songs or songs by newer writers that I think you ought to hear about, or that I strike me in one way or another. And Susan's got what's called a songwriter disease.
That's correct, yes. And of course.
But if it's good, it's not a disease.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
but it's terminal and incurable.
yes.
Well, that's okay.
Well, yeah, well, you all have to pass from something, but
All right, well, this is a song that is, well, you've got these new age folks all telling us that we need to listen to our inner voice, and that if we do that, we'll never make any mistakes, and our lives will always be perfect. And
oh, my inner voice is always saying, shut up, Phil.
we think that's the best advice of all, because there are times when there's nothing that we can say that will help things any. So this is a song that's sort of an argument between those two parts of yourself. That one that really, really wants to make those god-awful, tasteless comments,
Even if they're true.
especially if they're true. And that other part that says, don't do that. You'll be really sorry.
You'll
if you
pay
do
for that.
Yep. And this has a part for you. Chorus comes around only twice, and it's kind of long and convoluted like most of my choruses, but the last line of it is especially when the message that it's shouting is, shut up! So you can join in on the whole chorus if you know the song, or just the last line,
Or just to shut up.
yeah.
If you ever wanted to participate in a chorus song while telling the singer to shut up, this may be your only sanctioned chance.
You're lunching with an old friend, she's grinning ear to ear. She tells you she's in love, the guy is married, not to fear. He's gonna leave his wife and 7 children just for her. How tough it is to not say, is your brain made out of fur?
There is no situation so bad or so adverse that a few well-chosen words from you cannot make it worse. So bite your tongue and smile. We know that's hard to do, but speak and you'll regret it, our guarantee to you.
Your girlfriend's getting dressed one night to go out on the town. Her outfit's tight and skimpy, though the lady is quite round. She turns to you and queries, do I look bad in this dress? You merely speak those fatal words.
The answer, dear, is yes. Oops. There is no situation so bad or so adverse that a few well-chosen words from you cannot make it worse. So bite your tongue and smile. We know that's hard to do, but speak and you'll regret it, our guarantee to you. Listen to that inner voice, it sounds just like a gong. That voice will always tell you true, and never steer you wrong. So when it echoes through your head, you'd better listen up, especially when the message that it's shouting is shut up!
Your brother phoned you up one day and he is crying so. He says his wife has left him for the local tennis pro. You summon up your willpower and carefully don't say, good riddance, no big loss there.
Never liked her anyway. There is no situation so bad or so adverse that a few well-chosen words from you cannot make it worse. So bite your tongue and smile. We know that's hard to do, but speak and you'll regret it, our guarantee to you. Listen to that inner voice, it sounds just like a gong. That voice will always tell you true, never steer you wrong. So when it echoes through your head, you'd better listen up, especially when the message that it's shouting is shut up!
Especially when the message that it's shouting is shut up!
Thank you. Okay, we're going to go back a couple centuries to the Industrial Revolution, when a lot of agricultural workers had to go to town to find jobs. And this is from the weaving trade, weaving cloth. When they mechanized that, these looms would be working all the time. And the sound the shuttles made going back and forth, they were calling the poverty knock. And this song was written by women textile mill workers, and it's got verses about what a jerk the boss is, working conditions, and a little gossip about the girl down the line. All in 4 minutes. 4. And it's, the chorus comes up, well, not as often as it usually does, but I thought we'd be here till Tuesday if we did a chorus after each verse. But you know you can, I know I can guttle when I hear my shuttle go poverty, poverty knock. Guttle is getting your lunch break, and the shuttle's whatever, and the tuner is a repair person, and the gaffer is the foreman. So a bit of a vocabulary lesson. It'll be on the test. So be prepared. Up every morning at 5. It's a wonder that we keep alive. Weary and yawning in the cold morning, it's back to the dreary old drive. Oh dear, we're going to be late. The gaffer is stood at the gate. It's out of our pocket, our wages he'll dock it. We'll have to buy a grub on the slate. Poverty, poverty, knock. My loom it is saying all day. Poverty, poverty, knock. The gaffer's too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty, knock. With always one eye on the clock, I know I can couple when I hear my shuffle go poverty, poverty knock. We have to wet our own yarn by dipping it into the tarn. It's wet and it's soggy and makes us feel groggy, and there's mice in that dreary old barn. Poverty, poverty knock. My loom is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knock. Gaffer's too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knock. With always one eye on the clock. I know I can couple when I hear my shuffle go poverty, poverty knock. Sometimes the shuffle flies out and gives some poor woman a clout. And as she lies bleeding, there's nobody heeding, 'cause who's going to carry her out? Poverty, poverty knock. My lunatic is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knock. Gaffer's too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knock. With always one eye on the clock. I know I can couple when I hear my shuffle go poverty, poverty knock. The tinker should tackle my loom, but he'd rather sit on his bum. He's too bloody busy a-courting young Lizzie, and I cannot get him to come. Lizzie's so easily led, I think that he takes her to bed. She used to be skinny, now look at her pinny. I think it's high time they was wed. Poverty, poverty knock. My lunatic is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knock. The gaffer's too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knock. With always one eye on the clock. I know I can couple when I hear my shuffle go poverty, poverty knock. I know I can couple when I hear my shuttle go poverty, poverty knock. Do you know what the difference is between in-laws and outlaws?
Outlaws are usually wanted.
Actually goes back to Susan's inner voice song. But there was this couple that was getting a little forgetful, and they got these tests done. There's nothing really wrong with you, just as you're getting older, you got a lot on your mind, and if you just make a list and write down stuff you need to do, and the act of writing it down should give your memory a boost, and if you still forget, you've got the list. And so they're in the TV room one night, and the husband gets up and he's going to go to the kitchen. He said, I'm going to the kitchen, and can I get you anything?
Oh, I'd like a nice dish of vanilla ice cream. We just got some new Haagen-Dazs in. But you
Okay.
better write it down, or you
Well,
forget.
I was getting some ice cream myself. I can remember. He gets to the door when he hears.
Well, you know what? We've got that hot fudge sauce that we just bought, too. Why don't you put some of that on top of the vanilla ice cream? But that's two things. You better write it down or you'll forget.
Oh, I can remember. Yeah, hot fudge goes with vanilla ice cream. Now, that's a very good idea. I will do that immediately. He gets to the door when?
She says, oh, you know what? I just bought some chopped pecans and I love those. Why don't you put a few of those on there? But dear, that's three things. You better write it down or you'll forget.
Pecans, hot fudge sauce, vanilla ice cream. I'm just going to the kitchen, dear. I'll be back. He comes back 20 minutes later with 2 plates of scrambled eggs.
See, I told you should have written it down. You forgot the bacon.
Which has nothing to do with this song at all. But
Well, no. Well, this is a little slice of up north life. And yes, if you follow Phil's garbage pictures, you know there's a lot more snow up north than there is here.
yeah, if you want to see what the snow looks like up there, which is several feet deep around our house, we could show you pictures.
Most of it fell the week after Christmas, though. After that, we've been up there 13 years, and only once have we gotten more than 7 inches of snow at one time. Sometimes we get it several days in a row, but
There's not 22
Not
inches like we
22
did on
inches.
Boxing Day night.
yeah.
We had to call somebody to dig ourselves out because we couldn't get the screen door open. It's like, "Well, we're trapped in here till you dig us out."
When we moved up there 13 years ago, our neighbor, who then owned the bar next door, we introduced ourselves to her, and she was very gracious and very kind, and said we could use her burn barrel anytime we wanted to. And we did, and well, as long as she still owned that bar. And one day, we're sitting in the TV room watching something or other, and Phil said something. And I said, like, oh my God, I've got to make that into a song. But I don't know why it didn't happen until the pandemic hit. Songwriting is a mysterious process. But here's a little slice of Upper Peninsula life. We live up in the frozen north in a tiny pea town. Most everybody's broke up here. Few jobs are to be found. The bar next door has got a burn barrel for torching all their trash. They don't pay for garbage pickup, and that saves those folks some cash. One night when we were watching some commercials on TV, a dire warning came from some insurance company. They said a funeral could cost us $30,000 in bread. My dear sweetie turned and looked me in the eye, and then he said,
Throw me in that burn barrel when I die. Let my ashes flow in a beautiful snow against that northern sky. And the neighbors will be saying, man, he sure is one hot guy. So throw me in that burn barrel when I die.
I said that was fine with me, but it had to go both ways. No caskets, no funeral home, no priest to come and pray. However, I would like a bit of fancy fanfare when I go. No, it will not cost much money, dear. Just wanted you to know.
Throw me in that burn barrel when I croak. They can toss some fireworks in there and a nice thick log of oak. And the folks will say she went out with a bang in a cloud of smoke. So throw me in that burn barrel when I croak.
Our Facebook friends can honor us. No money need be spent to help ensure the poor surviving spouse can pay the rent. And now that COVID time is past, a sing-around could not be wrong. And the rest of them can get on Zoom and sing our favorite songs. So
Throw us in that burn barrel when we're gone. They could watch our ashes mixed with snow in a rosy UP dawn. And and until we soar above the clouds, we'll keep on singing songs that throw us in that burn barrel when we're gone. Throw me in that burn barrel, throw me in that old burn barrel, throw me in that burn barrel when I die.
John Prine's gotta be looking down on you guys and saying, what?
Yeah, well, you can't say, well, been a John Prine fan since high school before his first album came out, because the Midnight Special used to play songs that he had recorded on Sturkell's show way back, so. And picked up the first album and probably could still quote lines from most of the songs.
Yeah, well, I understand that the first three songs that John Prine wrote were Hello in There, Sam Stone, and
Paradise.
Paradise. God, eat your heart out. You know.
And if he just stopped there, it would have been, anyway. So many other good songs. But Kate Early from the Bittersweet Band and I have a running feud about whether it's the first album or Sweet Revenge that's our favorites. But anyway, we're still on civil terms, though. And here's a song about true courtship. When I was in fourth grade, they brought a Canadian folk singer named Alan Mills to our school, Wasco School out in St. Charles. And he sang in the gym. He was just singing a cappella, and his name was Alan Mills, and he sang this song. We've messed with it a bit. You can figure out which two verses we messed with.
Well, we have a service, a Unitarian Universalist service on clothing, and this was the intergenerational moment for that. And turns out the kids actually like this song a real lot. So,
Yeah, it's got a chorus, and it's
buy
easier.
me
A Polly Rally,
dilly dally, seek a double,
use
a cause a roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
But
Got that?
It's easier to sing than it is to speak. There's a video of Pete Seeger and Gene Ritchie singing it together when they were in their 80s. So there's hope for all of us. Will you wear red, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear red, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear red. It's the color on my head.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear green, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear green, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear green. It's a shame to be seen.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear blue, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear blue, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear blue, 'cause the color ain't true.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear chartreuse, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear chartreuse, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear chartreuse. It's the color of a moose.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear purple, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear purple, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear purple. It's the color of a turtle.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear gold, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear gold, Jenny Jenkins?
Yes, I will wear gold. It's the color of the soul.
Buy me a Polly Rally, dilly dally, seek a double, use a cause or roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
sang that song for a group of 7th graders once and asked them if they could stump me. They couldn't.
Yeah, well, Susan's getting her dulcimer out to play the next tune. I was at a bar one day, and there was a man sitting there with a giant salamander. And basically, he says, "I'd like a beer, and I'd like another one for my friend Tiny here." And the bartender says, "Sir, that is the largest amphibian I have ever set my eyes upon. Why are you calling him tiny?" And the man said, "Well, can't you see he's minute?"
Okay.
They don't get any better than that.
No, it's great.
Mushroom walks into a bar. And the bartender says, "We don't serve mushrooms here."
Why not? I'm a fun guy. Told you they wouldn't get any better. All right.
Anyway, this is because we're basically not big fans of summer. We like this tune because of the title, "Cold Frosty Morn."
It's also a very cool tune. We figure even though it's part of the old-timey repertoire that a lot of people play, that it must have started out Celtic, otherwise we probably wouldn't like it. So,
Oh, we're not that stuck up, but
yes, we are.
almost. Well,
Let's start that again, just because I didn't have my microphone.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I know you've just been waiting for a King Arthur song.
Well, wait no longer. This one got started because I've been a fan of King Arthur and the Arthurian legends all around since I was a little girl. And the book, The Once and Future King, actually changed my life when it was recommended to me by a high school teacher. Got me interested in history, and that probably never would have happened otherwise. And I always, being being a bit of a feminist, I always thought that the depictions of Guinevere in all of the legends gave her a bad rap. And even the newer versions, like the Mists of Avalon. So I set out to remedy that and to write a song about Guinevere that had a more positive view of her. And started to write it, wasn't going anywhere, just wasn't happening. Then all of a sudden, one morning I woke up and like a thump on the back of the head, it was like, write the song from the point of view of King Arthur. It's like, oh, okay. And the second I figured that out, the song just flowed right out. And it says England. It really wasn't England. It was Wales. Somebody reminded me of that. But I told her, we're lucky that people in this country know where England is, let alone Wales. But it's set in the old time when the women were equal by the law, under the law. And it loosely follows the version of King Arthur that was put forth in the Once and Future King.
We actually started with a couple of strains from the English country dance tune, Child Grove.
So pretty. Let's try that again. I had the guitar in the wrong position. Sorry. Try it once more. Guinevere was the queen of France's daughter. Her hair was black as raven's wing. Her eyes were lapis blue, with skin like iridescent pearl, and lips like blushing roses. What was a fair and honest king to do? Guinevere was just 16, and I was 9 and 20, when she agreed to wed with me and rule as England's queen. Well skilled in all the magic arts, as well as fair and lovely, we made a handsome couple when we danced upon the green. But when the young knight Lancelot became my boon companion, my queen became his friend and lover too. And by the laws that governed us in those old days in England, I could not tell my lady what to do. She gathered her rosebuds while she might, the way the poets urge us all to do. One kiss from that fair lady's lips might well have launched 10,000 ships, but she was mindful of the thorns and gathered only 2. Mordred was my spawn of indiscretion, sired on a half-sister who'd been unknown to me. His mother brought him to my court when he was 1 and 20, and soon I knew he was my enemy. Mordred was not handsome, and he had a crooked shoulder. The ladies did not like him, though he was my only son. He spoke of
my queen loved Lancelot, declared she must be hung.
But I revered the old ways to the marrow of my old bones, and I refused to listen to my son. He came to my round table and renounced my right to kingship, and then these words came flowing from my tongue.
She gathers her rosebuds while she may, the way the poets urge us all to do. One kiss from that fair lady's lips might well have launched 10,000 ships, but she's been mindful of the thorns and gathered only two. Mordred raised an army from the ranks of woman-haters. They struck when all my troops of France with Lancelot were gone. I was wounded mortally, my son proclaimed me dead, my shattered body taken to the Vale of Avalon.
Lancelot returned and murdered Mordred. He took his quiet refuge with the wise men true to me. Likewise, my precious Guinevere found haven with wise women. The healing arts became her specialty. In me I wait in Avalon for times now fast approaching, when women reign o'er all the earth in peace and dignity. Perhaps when I return, I'll find my sweet young queen is waiting. Our eyes will form a bridge across the waste of centuries. Guinevere was the queen of France's daughter.
Her hair was black as raven's wing, her eyes were lapis blue,
with skin like iridescent and lips like blushing roses. What was a fair and honest king to do?
Well, we're going to sing one more song in this set and take a break so we can get water and snacks. And it's a shrine to capitalism on the piano. Those ancient sound retrieval devices known as compact discs, where we carefully sequence songs, and you can post them on your computer and randomize the order.
And yeah, we've got copies of the newest one, which we released here 2 years ago, called Wheels of Time.
You can hear Steve Yates playing a very nice lap steel part on the title song on Burn Barrel. Told him it would make David Lindley proud. Anyway, this is a traditional Scottish song and deals with Halloween without being 40 verses long in Tam Lin, so you can thank us later. And Johnny is on the other side of the veil being between this world and next being the thinnest around Samhain or Halloween. When will you come again, my faithful Johnny? When will you come again, my sweet and bonny? When the corn is gathered, when the leaves are withered, I will come again, my sweet and bonny. I will come again. Then winter's winds may blow, my faithful Johnny. Then winter's winds may blow, my sweet and Bonnie. Though the day be dark with drift, that I cannot see the light, I will come again, my sweet and Bonnie. I will come again. Then will you meet me here, my faithful Johnny? Then will you meet me here, my sweet and Bonnie? Though the night be Halloween, when the fearful sights are seen, I will come again, my sweet and Bonnie. I will come again. When will you come again, my faithful Johnny? When will you come again, my sweet and Bonnie? When the corn is gathered, when the leaves are withered, I will come again, my sweet and Bonnie. I will come again. Thank you.
Okay, let's give a big round of applause for February Sky. So we're going to take a short break, about 10 or 15 minutes. The restrooms are down the hall and on the left. And as Phil mentioned, there's some CDs up here that you might want to peruse. And you can refill your drinks and snacks. And we'll see you back here in about 15.
One thing I forgot to do was to shorten the strap.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Nim! Hi there.
You looked like you were doing stuff, and I was waiting. I had been talking to my son out in the parking lot, and then he had to cut out. And I know as soon as I come up and start talking to you before you guys started, you know,
Okay.
he'd call me back, which he did.
Well, I have been meaning to contact you. I looked at your website for Trillium and I didn't see any current gigs. Is that just
I
because?
just put it up.
Oh, okay.
My master just put it up.
Oh, okay. Well,
And actually, Rich Prezioso is working with us now.
oh, awesome.
It's really cool. Yeah, we've rehearsed with him
Yeah.
a couple times. So
Wonderful.
we have things kind of compressed, but yeah. I'm
Well, the
excited
reason why is because I need an act for a Zoom show for March. What do you
For
think?
which show?
March Zoom show, like the ones we do with another act. We did
Oh,
one for Steve Yates last
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
but I wouldn't. If you were available, we could do one with just us and you guys.
When in March?
Anytime, any Friday or Monday.
A Friday
Friday
in March.
or Sunday rather. Friday or Sunday. Where am I? I'm
Friday
with
or
Dexter.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. It probably would have to be towards the end of March if we're going to have Paula in there.
Yeah.
She actually plays with a couple of different Celtic bands.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
And that makes it, harder. And
Yeah.
can we do that from like my house, like we did it
Oh yeah,
before?
absolutely. Yeah. That would be wonderful.
Okay. So towards the end,
Yeah.
I think.
Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go on to Ohio Valley Gathering the penultimate weekend, but we're back the last weekend. That would be great, Friday and Sunday. And
Well, I don't have my calendar with me, and I have to
Okay, I
check
will.
with everybody. So this would be evening, Friday or Sunday evening. And
yeah, 7 if it's Friday and 5 if it's Sunday.
Maybe, you know what?
Or
Maybe.
actually, it's
Maybe
Eastern time, so it would be an hour.
You're an hour ahead of us.
Right.
Right. So 6 o'clock our time?
Yeah. Yeah, we do sound check until 5:30.
Yeah, right. I know. I
Yeah.
know. When the start time is, then it's like, yeah, and we're talking 2 hours prior to that.
Right.
Because we had, in order to do that fundraiser, because you had somebody else that
Yeah.
was like coordinating all of that. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
still
Ralph
what
and
you do?
Ann, yeah, that's
You
how
still
we
do
do it.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they let the people in and they put out the donation thing and they, you know, or mute anybody that's being noisy. You know? Although we've tried the last couple of months doing not registering, not having people registered, and we think we're going to go back to registering because so many people we had like 44 people who were interested in the last show that we did with Deb Cowan, and 3 showed up. And I think that people have Zoom has been doing this new thing where it says, click on the app. Well, if you're not on a phone, you don't have a freaking app.
Right.
Now, I have a paid account with them, and they don't let you yell at them on the phone unless you have a higher level of paid account.
Yeah.
But I did chat with them, and there's this thing where you can put when you first start your meeting, you can allow people to join on a browser, and it says that. So I think that might solve the problem. So I don't know whether we should go back to registering or not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yours is the only show that we've ever done that way.
Well,
And it was, I was more worried because we have these bozos across the street from where I live that are rock musicians, and I'm putting musicians in quotes.
yeah, right.
I mean, they just play all these horrific riffs with amplifiers that are cranked to the
Oh,
max,
God.
feedback constantly. I mean, all the neighbors hate this. I mean, it's just, and if you remember, that was a little bit before this time. Like, it was in January when we did that, or beginning of February.
February,
Well,
yeah.
beginning of February when we did
A year
that
ago.
program.
Little over a
Right.
year.
And Paula's husband was upstairs in my office, and we were actually we had split levels, like 3 floors apart. So he was up there, and I was so worried because right when we started this, we had to be live, if you remember, into the
Right.
so we could get onto the thing and you could hear us. And so these jokers start playing across the street, and so Alex is upstairs, and he's on a different, frequency, whatever, with her Wi-Fi, with Paula's Wi-Fi, so that it wasn't running into our actual transmission, and he could actually hear, what was actually going on with us. And he's like, Mim, your floor is moving. Upstairs, my floor was moving.
Oh,
Because these guys are so loud.
I would
Somebody
have
next
to
door to
shoot
neighbor and I,
the
we are not going through this, anymore. It's just, and in the summer, it's just
Yeah.
unbelievable. And next door to them, they're little kids. And they've got to hear that. It's crazy. So anyway, send me what
I will.
dates
Should
exactly.
I? Is email the best way?
Email is usually best.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mambo33.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that would be kind of fun because that would be, well, no, we actually were playing library and in the middle of March.
Yeah, I
So,
figured.
this would be, but that would be good to sort of introduce us to everyone.
Yeah, I
To
think
Rich Big with us.
let's see, it's like the 20th, we're going down, it's in Kentucky, so we're gonna be gone, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then we have a New Year's service in Danville, Indiana, and we'll probably take 2 days to come back from that, so we won't be back till Monday, but that following, Friday, which I don't know, well, I'll email you for
I
sure.
know
as soon
some
as-
of these weekends, I think it's that one that you're talking about. I've already locked into 2 days that's not a music festival, but actually I'm selling books at it. I've gone in with like 4 other people in my boutique group. And that's
Selling what, honey?
books.
Oh, books! Oh, your wonderful books! I love your books.
And that's down in, I can't think, but it's south, and that's, I know, Saturday and Sunday, and I think it's that weekend you're talking about. I have to look.
Yeah, well, if we could do Friday, maybe.
But Friday might work, but that might not work for everybody else. But
Yeah,
if
well,
it's,
we'll check it out.
yeah, I think I could, it's just, if I'm talking a lot, you know how that is, then it's really hard to say. But we got it. Sounds good. Anyway, let me know.
Thank you. All right. Well, I was,
Run to the ladies.
like I said, I've been meaning to contact you, and here you are.
Thank you.
It was fate.
It was fate, yes. I like it.
I think, yeah, she got it for you.
I know.
What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, I think if you tipped it the other way,
Yeah.
maybe that's fine too.
Well, can't do anything about it if we don't know about it.
Right. I think that the one side of the dulcimer is kaput. It will not stay in tune.
Oh, the one that's collapsing or what?
Yeah. So I think we'll have to use the other side for the rest of the stuff we're doing this weekend.
Okay, well, we've already played the 1G. Oh, no, Waltzings for Dreamers.
Yeah.
Just-
You can always just take the capo off, but well, I don't think we're doing anything else with the dulcimer for this show.
Oh, you need to use the non-cape side for
Right.
everything. Okay. Ariel's Birds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's not terrible, but it's also not good. So
It's not staying in tune or whatever.
it's just not in tune, even though it's tuned.
Oh, the
Some-
intonation.
Something is off, yeah.
Are you guys fixed for water? Do you need more?
I think we've got, yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Susan hasn't opened hers yet, I don't think.
I have.
Okay.
I think I need any right now.
So, did you guys get some big snow up there just a few weeks ago?
We've had snow on the ground since Thanksgiving, just like here.
We got a big snow right after Christmas.
Well, the East got it, it's like crazy.
Yeah, no, we didn't get it that
We
way.
didn't get that, the storm that just happened out east did not come by us.
Maybe we're Midwest and we're not off the,
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get that,
oh,
but
good.
it's still, this is what our street looked like Thursday when we left. So I take garbage pictures. A lot of people take good pictures. This is right in front of our house. Drift is actually in front of the trailer next to us, and there's a bar there. It looks like it's coming off the roof, but it's not. There's actually a street between
Okay.
and stuff, and that's plowed, but it's figured it was going to be about up to here on our fence.
Okay.
So that was yesterday.
Yesterday. And you got, you've been here a couple of days though, right?
So we got here last night.
We got here about 24 hours ago.
24 hours, okay.
Yeah, it's about 460 miles or so from here.
Yeah. We were looking at that. There was no way we could, neither of us have a car.
very hard.
So it was a matter of us figuring out what transportation would get us there, and we couldn't find any transportation that would get us there.
How did you get here?
Oh, getting here is a train from our hometown, Woodstock.
Okay.
And then coming downtown, Chicago.
Are they coming out here?
And then coming out this way from Union Station. So we switched stations
Okay.
to get
Oh,
the
I
train
used to
out
do
here.
that all the time, you know. I'd come down from St. Charles to downtown, and then go from downtown to my voice teacher on the north side,
On the north side,
and
okay.
then my chiropractor, and then she would drop me off at the Rogers Park train station, take that back downtown, and then take the west suburban train back home.
Oh, okay.
Insanity.
Oh, the West Suburban King, the UPW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about now, and well, they're going to be working on this shortly. The far south side, going from North 95th Street
Yeah.
all the way to 130th. Working on that part of the track for the red line.
Okay.
Now it's the red line. It used to be the Lake Dan Ryan years and years ago. I remember. That's how far back I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
Well,
remember when they.
I've probably been alive a little bit less than you guys been together. No, they've been doing this together. They've been doing this. This was 65 years. I'm going to be 65 in May.
55, she said.
I'm going to be 65 in May when they.
Yeah.
And they've already hit the 65 year mark.
Yeah, I remember very well when all of the L lines had names rather than colors.
Yeah.
Ravenswood,
Ravenswood.
Howard.
Uh-huh.
What did they call the one that?
Lake Dan Ryan.
Lake Dan Ryan, yeah.
Um,
Jefferson Park. Is that?
That's a stop
Yeah.
on the blue line.
Yeah. What did they call
Which
it?
was called.
Yeah. I'd have to.
That one I didn't frequent as much.
Yeah, that one I took that one a lot. So.
But before they went all the way to O'Hare. Jefferson Park was the end of the line.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And now look where they are.
Uh huh.
All the way to O'Hare, and you got like 2 or 3 stops.
Right.
Yeah. That's progress, huh?
Yes.
Well, they've been talking about forever to put our train line that's out in Woodstock, the northwest suburbs, to go all the way out to Rockford. And I think it's in the works, but it's not decided.
One coming out of Elgin.
There's one coming out of Elgin, yeah.
It's gonna go to Rockford.
It's gonna go to Rockford. That doesn't kind of make sense to me, but I guess maybe it does to them. If anybody needs to get to Rockford from Woodstock, we do.
Yep.
Would you do me a huge favor, dear?
Yes.
You tune the dadgad guitar just to make sure that it doesn't slip because I didn't use it in the first set. I'm using it several times.
It's in tune.
I know. Just give it a quick check.
And then after a while, they don't necessarily feel the hand in it.
How's it sound?
Sounds fine.
Play a D chord.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
Check it real quick. Gotta get some more tuners, I guess.
Yep. Just fine.
All right, I'm going to start giving my spiel.
Go ahead, yeah. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask Phil to check the tuning on this guitar.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes, but before we
Sounds
do,
like
I
the
wanted to tell you
dulcimer is
all
okay
about the
now.
wonderful things that are happening here at the Two-Way
They'll
Street
just play
Coffee
it a little
House.
more softly.
Next week, we're going to have Rory Makem, so we're super excited about Rory, and then the week after that, we have Lee Murdoch. So please check your flyers on the table. There's all kinds of information about all the great artists that are coming through in the next few months. We also have a whole bunch of sing-arounds and song circles and jams and Nordic dances and barn dances. So there's plenty to do, so you can check all the things out on our website at twowaystreet.org. We have 2 special events coming up in April. We're going to be coming back for our second season of the Heritage Matinee concerts that happen select Sundays throughout the year at 3 p.m. So our first one is going to be on April 12th. That's going to be Ashley and Simpson, Mark Dvorak, Ren Hare, and Joseph Kostel. And all the proceeds benefit the coffee house. So it helps us keep snacks at $1, and if we need equipment and licensing and all kinds of things. So we appreciate your support with that. And then as part of our Cultural Connection series, we are having Tango Night on April 19th. So that's going to be a Sunday at 7 p.m. And we're having 3 to Tango, and it's an acoustic tango group. They play tango music, and you can listen. But if you want, you can dance as well. So we are actually going to be meeting in the big room for that. There's plenty of room for dancing or sitting and listening. So you don't have to tango, but it's going to be really cool, and we're really excited about it. So without further ado, let's give another round of applause for February Sky.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
So, does that licensing lead to licentious behavior?
Yes, it does.
Especially on tango night. Well, anyway, besides finger-picking Scottish fiddle tunes and things while I'm watching crime shows on TV on the couch, I sometimes make up tunes, and this is one of them I'm going to inflict on you. Mozart's a composer, but I just sort of plink around till I hear something that sounds cool. Truck's not in tune with us, but anyway.
Oh, the nerve. The nerve.
Anyway, I basically took a riff from a Stefan Grossman instrumental and decided, well, I think it sounds better in a minor key. So I did a minor riff from that used to be a major riff, and then did some twiddles off in the ozone someplace and came up with this tune. And you have to name them something. So we call this Ariel's Birds. One of our cats likes to look out the window at birds. So. Thank you. Yeah, I have a whole passel of cat tunes, and I should actually take guitar selfies and put them up on YouTube. I haven't got that. Yeah, did put that one up there, so if you punched in Phil Cooper and Ariel's Birds, you could actually find that.
Yeah, the,
Everybody been rushing off to do that.
oh, what happened there?
It's being recalcitrant, I believe. That's the one that doesn't work very well.
Oh,
Try this one. This gets too slick for you, let us know.
so, yep. So, one day, Oli comes home from work, and there's Lena, and she says, Oli, you know, I went to go do the laundry today, and I couldn't do it because that washing machine, it was broken. So, you think you could fix that washing machine for me, please?
Do I look like the Maytag repairman?
Well, so Lena, she just sighs, and the next day she tries to go to the laundromat to get the laundry done, and sure enough, the car won't start, you know. So Oli comes home that night, and she's like, Oli, the car, it won't start, and I've got to go do the laundry, and it didn't get done yesterday, and I couldn't do it today either, so you got to fix that car, eh?
Lena, do I look like Mr. Goodwrench?
Well, the next night, Oli comes home, and sure enough, Lena says, oh, well, you know, Oli, that Lars, he came around, and he asked if I had any work that needed being done, and I told him, well, you know, the washing machine doesn't work, and the car won't start, and, well, you know what? He fixed them both for me.
How much did it cost?
Oh, well, he said either I could give him a little lovin' or I could bake him a cake.
Well, what kind of cake did you bake him?
What do I look like, Betty Crocker?
Kind of gets us to this song by Richard Thompson.
This is, you know, there's so many heartbreak songs out there, but boy, this is a real one. This is some genuine emotion in this song. It's very well written and has a good chorus.
Yeah, this is our post-Valentine's Day. Oh, play me a blues song and fade down the light. I'm sad as a proud man can be sad tonight. Just let me dream on, oh, just let me sway, while the sweet violins and the saxophones play. Miss, you don't know me, but can't we pretend that we care for each other till the band reach the end? One step's for aching, two steps for breaking, waltzing's for dreamers and losers in love. One step's for sighing, two steps for crying, waltzing's for dreamers and losers in love. Now they say love's for gamblers, or the pendulum swings. I bet hard on love, and I lost everything. But don't send me home now, put a shot in my arm, and we'll drink in old memories, and we'll dream in the dawn. Mr. Bandleader, won't you play one more time? For I've good folding money in this pocket of mine. One step's for aching, two steps for breaking, waltzing for dreamers and losers in love. One step's for sighing, two steps for crying, waltzing for dreamers and losers in love. Miss, you don't know me, but can't we pretend that we care for each other till the band reach the end? One step's for aching, two steps for breaking, waltzes for dreamers and losers in love. One step's for sighing, two steps for crying, waltzes for dreamers and losers in love. Waltzings for dreamers and losers in love. Thank you. Speaking of dancing, you know how many contra dancers it takes to change a light bulb? 12, but you have to walk them through it at least twice.
So here's another Upper Peninsula song. Quite a while ago, I bought in one of the junk stores up in the UP at Quamanon Falls, I bought a tape, and yes, it was a tape, a VHS tape, called Great Lakes Lighthouse Hauntings. Thinking I would get some good songs out of that. No, nothing seemed to require one. But there was a 10-second clip of some entities known as rock spirits who dwell along the northernmost part of Lake Michigan, and nobody knows what they are or where they came from. And they've been there as long as anyone can remember, and they even appeared in the Jesuits' journals 200 or so years ago. And I guess they tried to exorcise them, and the rock spirits just said, all right. And so they decided they were harmless. You know, that's what you do. And for a long while, I thought, well, that might be a good thing to write a song about, but it didn't start to happen until I got in contact, as songwriters often do, with a character, someone who's lived by the spirits her whole life and whose life is changing in ways that probably are not going back. But we still call the song Rock Spirits. I spin the tiller on the boat my husband left to me. Steer her through the rocks along the shore. Late summer sunset mirrored in the waves off Sishwa Point. My family settled here in 1904. Then I spot the shapes that shift and twist above the rocks along the beach a half a mile away. And though I've seen them all my life, I don't know what they are. Rock spirits, so the native people say. Black shapes above the water on Lake Michigan's North Shore. You were here before humans walked here. You'll be here when we're no more. Most kids just sit and play computer games. And when I take them out to watch the spirits on the beach, they look at me as though I were insane. Black shapes above the water on Lake Michigan's North Shore. You were here before humans walked here. You'll be here when we're no more. Those spirits, they were out there back when I first went to school. They were dancing with us on our wedding day. Constant ghostly presence on this lake we called our home. The day my Danny died, they rose up dark along the bay. I turn the boat and head for home. The clouds are moving in. The light will soon be fading from the sky. But then I look back one more time to watch the spirits dance. I raise my hand and whisper low, goodbye. Black shapes above the water on Lake Michigan's North Shore. You were here before humans walked here. You'll be here when we're no more. You'll be here when we're no more.
Thank you. Just don't write them like that. Well, actually, they do. We were doing a library show in Plano a few years back, and some people brought their 14-year-old granddaughter out to the show. It was an afternoon show on a Thursday or something like that, and thinking, oh, this poor girl's probably being dragged here to hear folk music against her will. And it turns out she was very fascinated by the rock spirits thing and sent us an email a few weeks later about, she Googled the phenomenon and sent back some interesting articles about it. So it's like,
Well,
you never know when you're going to corrupt somebody. But
she was definitely there for all of the songs that were about mysterious and supernatural things. She liked that. We also have some middle school students in the UP who stumbled across our YouTube channel, and they tell us that they listen to us every day. So that's pretty amazing.
why are you doing this?
The 8th graders, 7th and 8th graders.
Usually I tell them if I play folk music, it's like, well, you're probably not going to be interested in it. But,
Oh, well, you should see them when, it's kind of like they've never heard Phil play, and, oh, yeah, you play guitar. And then he takes out a guitar and starts playing, and jaws drop. That's always fun.
Anyway, here's another Scottish song about a man who gets a all expenses paid trip to Australia, but he doesn't want to go because it's for a term of 7 to 14 years. And
Conditions on the convict ships were not much better than the ones on the slave ships. So.
it's called J.B. Rayburn. And Oh, my name is Jamie Rayburn. In Glasgow I was born. From my place of habitation I now must leave in scorn. From my place of habitation I now must go a walk, far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. It was early in the morning, just at the break of day, when I overheard the turnkey, who unto us did say, "Arise, ye weary convicts, arise, ye one and all. This is the day you are to stray from Caledonia." So we all arose, put on our clothes, our hearts were full of grief, and all our friends stood round about, but grant us no relief. Our parents, friends, and sweethearts, their hearts were broken twa, to see us leave the hills and dales of Caledonia. Farewell, my aged mother, I'm vexed for what I've done, and I hope none will cast up to you the race that I have run. And I hope God will prove kind to you when I am far awa', far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Farewell, my aged father, you are the best of men, and likewise to my sweetheart, young Catherine is her name. No more we'll walk by Clyde's clear streams, nor by the Broomielaw. Farewell, ye bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Oh, my name is Jamie Rayburn, in Glasgow I was born. From my place of habitation I now must leave in scorn. From my place of habitation I now must go awa', far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Thank you. Yeah, we recorded that. We had my old friend Paul Goles, who is a great hammer dulcimer player, and now lives in Rochester Hills, Michigan, phone in a cello and hammer dulcimer part to the song.
Well, for some reason, after after being together since 1989, we have, of course, turned into one of those annoying couples who finish each other's sentences for themselves. And usually we're pretty accurate about that, but not always.
Except when we're not, yes.
And, yeah, right. So, of course, I decided to write a song about that. Capo 2, okay. Oh dear, why don't we take the minivan.
Head to town to shop for groceries. Oh dear, we've got some extra dough this month.
We'll order pizza from Lou Malnati's. Oh dear, it's getting pretty rank in here.
We'll need to change the cat litter today. Oh dear, my calluses are getting thin.
Let's tune up all the instruments and play.
Oh dear, it's wonderful that we're so much of a single mind, and we complete each other's thoughts and even make them rhyme. And though it drives some partners odd, we do it all the time.
I think that they're
Just jealous of us, dear. Oh dear, why don't we drive up to Marquette?
and look for tchotchkes at the antique store.
No dear, some beer and schnitzel at the German restaurant is what I'm looking for.
Okay, well, I guess we can do that too. Oh dear, why don't we turn the TV on?
And watch that cop show with the shapely blonde.
No dear, they've got a marathon with Dr. Quinn and then the Walton's going on.
Okay, I guess I'll go upstairs and watch my old NCIS DVDs. Oh dear, we're mostly of a single mind, but sometimes we are not. And really minds, it isn't quite as simple as we thought. So when we can't, we share a hug and simply laugh it off.
But we'd better not
Tell anybody, dear. We'll let them think we're
We're
totally
totally
perfect,
perfect.
dear.
We didn't hear any of that, did we?
Yeah.
Because you weren't supposed to tell us.
Yeah, well. Gonna play a set of tunes here, just one tune actually. I haven't actually worked off a medley, but I haven't taught Susan the second tune yet. This is a Breton tune called Anhani Garan. Spelling counts when you're taking the test. Learned it from an Alan Stivell recording way back, and it's Breton music is very, well, it's Celtic music, but it's got some twists and turns that you don't find in Irish and Scottish music necessarily. Anyway, this is, not quite sure what the song's about because he sings it in Breton, but I really like the tune.
2 or 3 times.
Let's do 3.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to sing a Dave Carter song here. This is one from his first album, When I Go, that he and Tracy Grammer did. And this is not one of the songs you always associate with Dave Carter, but it's deals with somebody trying to get used to changing his identity, so to speak, to where he's actually comfortable, but whether he really is going to wind up that way is a big question.
Well, we always say remember the past, but don't try to live there.
They raised him up in the installment plan, the homely son of a handsome man, neither clear complected nor expected to achieve. A little bit ragged, a little bit rough, a little too rowdy for the summer of love. Now he's looking for a reason to believe. And he's changed his name from Frank to Valentino. And he's growing out his sideburns, and he's wearing platform shoes, and he's driving on the midnight road from Medford down to Reno. And he thinks he's found a way to cure his working blues. He got himself married at 17. She looked real pretty, but she talked kinda mean. He thought they'd work things out in the fullness of time. 20 years later he's headed south, the close-range victim of her sawed-off mouth, leaving their salad days behind. And he's changed his name from Frank to Valentino. And he's growing out his sideburns, and he's wearing platform shoes, and he's driving on the midnight road from Medford down to Reno. And he thinks he's found a way to cure his working blues. Lord have mercy on the working stiff, pulling graveyards and double shifts, trying to hold his own beside the pretty and the bright, giving up the dream of his own backyard, juggling credit and credit cards. See him rolling like a ghost train in the night. And he's changed his name from Frank to Valentino. And he's growing out his sideburns, and he's wearing platform shoes, and he's driving on the midnight road from Medford down to Reno. And he thinks he's found a way to cure his working blues. Yes, he thinks he's found a way to cure his working blues. And he thinks he's found a way to cure his working blues. Thank you. We're going to leave you with this last song about, well, Susan can explain it better than I can. This is called the Jennifer Hint.
All right, well, as many of you probably already know, we do services for Unitarian Universalist congregations when we're traveling. Definitely, they're lots of fun to do, and they're actually help us to break even. And I came across a book by a man named John Shelby Spong. He passed away at the advanced age of, I think, close to 90. And he left a lot of wonderful writings behind him. And we went to see him at the Episcopal Church in Marquette, Michigan. He was the retired Episcopal Bishop of Newark, New Jersey. And he was the first person to ever ordain an openly gay minister in the Episcopal Church. And it was an interesting talk. Believe it or not, it was on the Gospel of John, and it was actually interesting. Phil was saying his dad would have liked it a lot. And the question and answer session afterwards, though, was the most interesting part of the evening for me, because they asked him, how did he become close to God, or something like that. And instead of saying what you might have expected, he spent about 20 minutes talking about how he in his own life had overcome racism, misogyny, and homophobia. And so when we put together a service on his teachings, which were far out even for Unitarians, believe it or not, this song came out, and he always said that to live a good life, you must live fully, love wastefully, and be everything you can be. Good advice for these times. We're not done yet. Way down in Mississippi, back in 1964, a woman of 18 was courted by a college man. The problem was that she was white, but he had skin as dark as night. Her daddy was a member of the local Ku Klux Klan. They parted ways with tears of anger, bitterness, and grief. And 45 long years would pass before they met again. Inauguration in D.C., the startled eyes, oh yes, it's me. They married in the springtime with magnolias blooming then.
Live fully, love wastefully, be everything you're capable of being. Despite the hate, despite the fear, companions on our journey here. But in the end, the love we leave behind will heal it all.
A girl was born in 1950, swaddled all in pink. They taught her how to cook and how to sew and be a mom. Though science was her favorite thing, the school said no, you need a ring. She wept the day she wed a civil engineer named Tom. The kids grew up, they all moved out. Then Tommy passed away, and so she went to Stanford and she earned her PhD. A full professor she became, with physics papers in her name. Sometimes she says, I hardly can believe that this is me.
Live fully, love wastefully, be everything you're capable of being. Despite the hate, despite the fear, companions on our journey here. But in the end, the love we leave behind will heal it all.
Two women barely 20 fell quite hopelessly in love. In 1944, they had no choice but to pretend. They made a home with love and care, just small town roommates living there. And everybody wondered why they never dated men. The time it flew so quickly, 7 decades passed them by. And then at last they married on a sunny day in June. Their friends and family happy now, so glad it all worked out somehow. Although these two decided not to plan a honeymoon.
Live fully, love wastefully, be everything you're capable of being. Despite the hate, despite the fear, companions on our journey here. But in the end, the love we leave behind will heal it all.
But in the end, the love we leave behind will
Heal it all.
All right, February Sky, everybody. Let's give him a big hand. And while we're at it, let's give a shout out to our volunteers. We have Chris behind the counter tonight. Joel's doing sound. My name is Jennifer. We are an all volunteer operation here at the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Okay, so you guys, you've been here before, so you know how this works. Nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out of the coffee house without an encore. Should we ask Phil and Susan for one more song? All
We
right.
thought you'd never ask.
Right. Big surprise.
Well, this is going to close with another Dave Carter song, actually.
And the story behind this one, sort of the way Dave used to tell it, is that love is like a beautiful flower. It can grow and prosper any place you plant it in fertile ground, or just scatter it carelessly aside, someplace where it can take root and grow. But the problem with love, my children, is that it doesn't stay that way. The problem with love is it keeps growing and growing and growing until it gets all
Gnarly and weird. Tried to imagine how Pentangle would have played this song, so you get out your lava lamps. Love is a tanglewood tree in a bower of green in a forest dawn. Fair while a mockingbird sings, but she soon lifts her wings and the music is gone. Young lovers in the tall grass with their hearts open wide when the red summer poppies bloom. But love is a trackless domain and the rumor of rain in the late afternoon. Love is an old root that creeps through the meadows of sleep when the long shadows cast. Thin as a vagrant young vine, it encircles and twines, and it holds the heart fast. Catches dreamers in the wildwood with the stars in their eyes and the moon in their tousled hair. But life is a light in the sky and an unspoken lie and a half-whispered prayer. I'm walking down a bone-dry river where the cool mirage runs true. I'm banking on the fables of the far, far better things we do. I'm looking for the day of reckoning, counting down the hours. I yearn away, I burn away, I turn away the fairest flower of love. 'Cause darling, love is a garden of thorns, and the crow in the corn, with the break growing wild. Cold when the summer is spent, and the jade hearts lament for the faith of a child. My body has a number and my face has a name. Each day seems the same to me. But love is a voice on the wind, and there's wages of sin in a tanglewood tree. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate all of you coming.
Yes, we do indeed.
Well,
Yeah, well,
it's worth it.
yeah, well, we're also playing at the City News Cafe tomorrow, and we're doing a service called Bring Back the Snakes in Park Forest on Sunday morning. So, an alternative look at St. Patrick's Day. We're in the eastern UP. If you've ever been to Tequamanon Falls, you passed our house.